So now it's recording. Okay. So guys, so I think is very welcome to this batch. So you guys had finished your Java, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So today we will start automation. Uh, so I'll just give you an overview. So what we will discuss is, so I will not go in detail because I will just give an overview and I will actually go through few topics today. So what I will go today is, I think the overview of topics that we will cover is, first of all we will cover this Selenium IDE, okay, which is a record and playback tool, which is from Selenium. You learn that tool. The purpose of the tool is, the main thing that the purpose of the tool is, we will actually know, we will know what is automation at basic sense. So we will know what is automation, and we will know what is locators, and we will know what are few commands that you have to use in your automation. Okay, so that is a tool that we will learn today. So it will give you some kind of background about what's automation, how it works, and also it helps to find some locators, and there are few commands that we have to learn, which we will carry over to the next pages. Coming to your next topics, the topic wise is, next we will cover JUnit, and we will cover Maven. In JUnit, what we will learn is, we will learn assertions and we will learn annotations. Okay, so we are the two topics we will cover there. And coming to Maven, we will learn how to create a framework from Maven, and also we will cover what is the pom.xml. So what is significance of that, and also we will learn how to build, and we also have to learn what is Maven life cycle. What is Maven and what is the life cycle of Maven, which we have to learn. So that is the four topics, important topics that we will cover in Maven. Okay, and after that, we have to start with WebDriver. So we will start WebDriver, which is the core and heart of the complete course. In that, we will learn the APIs, like what are the WebDriver APIs, and also we will learn what are the WebDriver APIs, WebDriver commands, what are different kinds of WebDriver commands that we have to use, and also overall architecture. Okay, so overall view of Selenium, like how Selenium works and all these things. So it is like heart, but mainly we will learn APIs. Okay, which is nothing but APIs means not API testing, but it's like API. So which include your drivers and your elements.
Locators.
Yeah, locators we already covered at that other place. So basically, we will know what different drivers, elements, and other classes like select and all these things. Okay, so a few things that we will learn, but just like there are a lot of APIs that we will learn. Okay, apart from that, we will actually, within the driver, there are a lot of commands that we will learn. We'll learn all these things. So it's a list and all these things we will cover. Okay, so we will then the lot of commands. So APIs and a lot of commands that we will learn. That's what I said. Click and all this kind of details that we will learn. And coming to next, we have to learn Cucumber, which is important. In Cucumber, we have to learn what is runner file and one is feature file, and we have to know what is step definitions, and we have to know what hooks. Okay, and we have to know what are the tags and what are the reports. So we will learn all these topics in Cucumber. Then we will learn page object model. Okay, and then we will learn what is pages. One is base page, and we will learn what is page factory. Okay, then we will learn what is automation framework. What is an automation framework we will learn, and also then we will run cross browser testing, which includes remote WebDriver. Okay, and then Sauce Labs, Selenium Grid, Okay, and then we will learn what is okay. Then we will learn continuous integration. Okay, including your Jenkins. Okay, and your reports, how to generate reports, and all these things. Okay, so this is the overview of what we have to learn over the period of time. Okay, so these are the, I know there's a lot of topics, but this is the main. Okay, so these are the main things that you have to learn over the period of time. So that is the whole automation.
Your voice is going down.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Now is it clear?
yeah.
Okay. So that is the overview of your complete topics. So do you have any questions, guys? Okay, I'm just still waiting for other people to join. I don't know. You said 6 people, right? What happened to the remaining people?
Hello, team. I think we should be more interactive. This is very important for our future automation role. Yeah. So please be very interactive. If you have any questions, doubts, you just ask immediately. Yeah.
So yeah. What happened to this other people? Jayanti, where is Jayanti? Where is Channa Reddy? Devi? Pratima is here. I know. Neelima.
Gauri, have you joined?
No, I don't. So
No, Bhaiya, Gauri didn't join till now.
Then who is this Ravi?
Ravi is Lakshmi.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, let me rename.
Oh, Lakshmi, you are in today means some
Yes,
good
yes.
news. Good.
yes. Very happy. We're very happy to know that Lakshmi is in the batch.
Yeah, I was so much worried about her.
Okay.
Actually, Gauri sent a message saying that she will not be available tomorrow, but it is about today, and I don't know whether she has seen the messages. Do you want me to call her once?
Yeah. Please, can you?
I will. Hello, Gauri is going to join. She thought that because you wrote previously that the message was for some other group, so she thought it is not for us.
Guys, sorry, posted in the wrong group before. Hope you are all okay for tomorrow.
Before what she did not read.
Oh my God.
होता है.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, that's fine. We will continue. So yes. So yeah, so now let us start with the Selenium IDE today. Coming to Selenium IDE. So what you have guys how to do is, I think you guys are very lucky that previously the Selenium IDE tool is um, only for Firefox.
And Chrome. Yeah.
Yeah, but now recently they have introduced to Chrome also.
Yeah.
Okay, so which is good news. So which is very good news, because you don't need to install Firefox, you can still work on Chrome. Okay. Okay, so all right. So let us not go to this. So what you have to do is, I will give you a link. Okay, in your, shall I give in WhatsApp? Is that okay? You guys, maybe you guys can open WhatsApp web and open this link.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I will give a link soon. So what will also, once you click on this link, then you will get this beautiful Selenium IDE plugin. Okay, which is this. Okay, so this is your Selenium IDE interface. Okay, and you can see that you can record and play back a test. You can do whatever you want, but these are the main features that you can record a test. Okay, so so right now I'm creating a new project. So which website that we will go is, we will go to that ecom website. Okay, so I will create an ecom just for sample purpose. I don't want to make things complicated. So ecom test suite. Okay, is what I will create a small test suite.
You lost your voice again.
So this is an ecom test suite which I'm doing it. Okay, so this is a small set test suite. So I created a project here. Okay, and so this is a very basic kind of interface, guys. You can self learn about how the saving and all these things. I don't need to tell about that, but typically I created a project here. Once I create a project, then I need to create few test cases. So I got some interface where I can enter the test case name. So for an example, we are taking this example like demo.nowcommerce. Okay, this is a basic website, which is a very basic e-com website. Just we can use it for any purpose. So I'm assuming that you people had completed manual testing course, right? You finished manual testing, right?
Yes, we finished it long back.
Okay, which is perfect. Okay. Next thing is, okay, so okay, so example, you have completed manual testing, so you know, like, so basically this is all about regression testing. So we need to create a regression pack, which is nothing but a set of test cases which will completely wash our application, and it will make sure that it is completely good and ready for release. Okay, so I don't want to go to that manual concepts again, but ideally we need to automate regression pack. So from regression pack point of view, we don't need to really go in detail, like click on this radio button, click on that, click on this. So overall, I would expect the basics things will work, should work. Okay, so the basics things will work, like, example, it's like, it's not very simple functionality. It's like bit of semi end to end, not complete end to end, semi end to end, which have some kind of database interactions and some functionalities which we need to make sure that they are not breaking. UI layouts and all these things is not regression. It's all about they won't come under regression. So small things like colors and spellings and all, don't worry about them. We need to test the functionality. So example thing that I want to test a functionality, that I click on add to cart. Okay, then I go to detail page. Then I select any of these the configurations and I click on add to cart. So ideally what should happen, once you click on add to cart, then if you go to the cart, okay, then you should see that this particular item is available. Okay, a small test case, which makes sense, isn't it? So from a tester point of view, what you have to think, if I automate this test case, not for today, it is working, everybody knows, but in future, whenever there is any code change, then I need to run this test so that it will give a confidence, and it will make sure that yes, application is working fine. It hadn't broken, means if you add an item into the basket, you are getting a right page and you are able to add to the basket. So that is component. So that item which you had added into the basket, there's a little bit of functionality that is behind it. So that component, that functionality is tested properly. So if that functionality
Lost your
breaks,
voice.
okay, if that functionality fails, okay, let me change my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi will always connect to my neighbor's Wi-Fi. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm saying is we are testing the functionality of adding an item into the shopping cart. So this is a little bit of database, a little bit of database interaction, and little bit of functionality should work. So if tomorrow, if somehow if something fails, then this adding item into the basket functionality will fail. We have to make sure that this functionality is always running. If tomorrow anything change, but still this will work. If this is failed, then it's an automation bug. So we need to raise it.
Lost your voice again.
Oh my god. Give me 1 second.
Your microphone is moving from its place, I think.
Is it okay now?
Still far away.
How is it now?
This is perfect.
Better?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. How is it now? Okay.
Yeah. It's more than perfect now.
Okay. So in that case, so we are testing the functionality. So if we automate this test case, is it worthful or not? That is what we have to think. Okay. So, the main thing is it have to test it. We are testing that it is. Do you have a database, and we are getting the values right from the database, and we are getting all the details and shipping all these things. So there's a bit of functionality which is being added here. So what I want to say is don't automate silly test cases. Automate good test cases which definitely are at least interacting with at least two components. It can be database or it can be some functionality. It should be worthful to automate. Okay. So now going back to my Selenium IDE. Where is my Selenium IDE? Here. So I will say that add verify, add test, add item to basket. Okay, so I created one test case here. Now what I will do, I have an option to record now. What I will do, I'll simply go and record. So to record, I have to make sure that I don't have anything in the basket. So what I will do is I will delete this if it is possible. Edit and edit. So how I can delete it? Okay, let me go and delete it. Okay. So I haven't recording yet. So this is like a record and playback tool, which I can do it perfectly. But before that,
yeah, 0. Yeah. Update.
okay. So I'm in this place. So recording is nothing but as if like you're recording a voice. It will be quiet, calm, no distractions. You need to record something, and we should be able to play back. So ideally, every test case here should have two components. One is test steps, and second one is expected outcome. This is what a test case is called. So we need to have steps and we need to have an expected outcome. So what here in this case, first of all, what I will do when I'm recording, it will record. Is it recording? Yes. So I'm recording. It is asking. So first of all, I will record the test steps. So what is my test steps? First thing is demo dot. So this is my URL, right? So I will give this as my URL. Okay. So if I go here, start recording. So now it is, see that you got a message here that Selenium IDE is recording. Okay. See this. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It is recording. So we should be very careful. So what I will do now, as I did previously. Click on add to cart. It came here, and I select one hard disk. Then click on add to cart. So first of all, start with basic things. Don't really rush. Okay. So now go to my shopping cart. Click on that link. So I should be here. So what I should see here, till now whatever I had done is test steps. From now what I do is not test step, but now whatever I'm doing is nothing but. So now I need to give some expected result. So what is the expected result here? Can anybody tell? What could be the expected result here?
The product that we clicked on should be coming in the shopping cart.
Yeah. So how do we articulate that?
That means when we clicked on the first product, that time we should have recorded the name. And here we have to verify the name.
Is there any other criteria?
The number of quantity and the price of the product.
Okay. So yes. Okay. So if I see this price, okay. Example, if I see here a price, then that means that we can expect that is an expected result. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So what I have to do, see this very carefully. I need to select the text which I need to expect. Now I need to right click. So till now, whatever you have done, you had interacted with an application, but now you need to extract some value out of application. So for that, you need to select what text that you want to expect on that particular page. So I'm expecting this text. So what I'll do, I'll select the text, right click it. I need to select. Okay, that is important. Select it, right click it, and then we will have an option to Selenium IDE here. Okay. In this Selenium IDE, we got few commands. So what I would say, simply go and select this verify text. Okay, I'll tell again. You come to the page where you are expecting that that is a point, that is checkpoint, means that is a point where you're expecting something and you have an actual value. So this is called a checkpoint. In this checkpoint point, you have to check something. So you need to verify something is there. Example, even we can do this also. So what I can do, I'm expecting that this text should be there. So always try to select the text. That is always better. So you select the text that you want to virtually see every time. Right click that, go to Selenium IDE option, and then you will have an option called verified text. So select that text, select that. Okay. Now you are done literally. Now go to Selenium IDE and you stop the recording. Okay. So now what happened? You can see that there few things happened. Okay. You can see that there few things happened. So what happened is, let me think. Okay. So what happened? You can see that there are few commands which got recorded. Okay. So you don't need to do anything. You just need to understand what happened. Okay. So because we did a lot of clicks and double clicks, it was recording all of things. So what I would say, I will remove everything now because I need to record it again because a lot of commands which I don't want to be here. Okay. So I will start it again. Shall I?
Yeah. So do we remove it? Oh, delete.
Okay. So I'll add one more test case. Okay, make sure that you are on the home page. Remove this. Okay. Now go to Selenium IDE. Create a record session. Okay. Now carefully, don't do anything. Don't click anywhere. Click on Add to Cart. One click over. Now select the radio button. Add to Cart. Okay. So now don't directly go. Now click on shopping cart. Okay, here. Then you will go here. So select the text that you want to verify.
Okay. I was suggesting const. Okay.
Okay. Now I done that and I stopped now. Okay. See, it looks better, isn't it?
Mm.
You know why I was? Because there's a lot of unnecessary things which got clicked, which I don't want. Okay. Now see that you got some kind of script. So this is called script. You got some script. Okay. So now better you save it. Okay. So it will save as a file. So you can save it anywhere. So what I will do, I'll create a new file folder called IDE recordings. Create it. Okay. And I will save it. So one thing got saved. So the file name which got saved will be .side. It's not side, it's Selenium IDE. Okay, so it's not side, it is Selenium IDE, SIDE. Okay, makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so any questions?
No.
Lakshmi, Prithma?
No, sir, no.
Okay, now as a part of okay, so now what I will do, I will simply go and run now. Okay, so to just run it, make sure that you again put the application to the state where you want to leave. Okay, so update shopping cart. Okay. Now go to Selenium IDE. Now so you don't need to understand this script. Okay, because this script is nothing but very important script. Definitely it is important. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me some time. Okay. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So now what I can do is I can actually see that there are few commands which got recorded. These are the test scripts. So if you see this, there are three important columns that you got. Okay. So now technically this what these columns are. These columns are nothing but they're like a method and they're like a arguments. So what happened? Everything that you see here in the left side, these all are like a methods. What is a method in Java?
Like functions.
It's a function. So it performs some action. So think that they're all like left hand things are all like a methods. And whatever is in the target column, they are nothing but the arguments. Means you are sending some arguments there. Means you are sending some values to that method. Think like that. Okay. So now what is this open? Open is a method. What open will ask? Will ask for only one argument. So it asks for what is your sub URL, or is it only the main URL I need to open? If it is slash, then it is you want to open a home page. But if you put something like cart or something like that, then it directly opens sub URL. So if it is a main URL, then you need to just put a slash and leave it. So that you can read it here. See here. Can you see the reference here? What it is saying that the open is a URL that waits for the page to load before proceeding. This accepts both relative and absolute URLs. So it is like a open is a method, URL is a parameter, an argument. What argument we are sending? URL is a relative URL that we need to send. If there is no relative, nothing else, then you just leave it as a slash. So this is nothing but open your home page. Okay. So now similarly, there is second method. So you know what happened? There are few kind of methods it got recorded. In this, you don't need to worry about few methods. The only methods that you need to worry about is open. Forgot about Windows set size for now. Okay. Forgot about run script for now. Just focus on click. What is a click? Is an action, right? So click is an action. So what is a click? So whenever you want to click, then you want to click on some element. Means you need to click on something. If I ask you to click, then you'll ask where to click, sir, right? But you will only ask one question to me. You won't ask two questions, right? So that is the similarly when you want to perform an action here, the click is an action. Obviously that is click is an action, but however we need to make sure that we need to make sure that that action needs some values and some inputs. So what are the inputs? What are the inputs here? So click need an element, means it have to tell where to click. Because if you see this website, if you go to the home page, we are saying this, please click. So we are in this home page, open the home page, we are asking Selenium IDE. It's just like a tool behind the screens. We are asking the tool, click on something. It will ask, okay, you want to click, but there are hundreds of links here. Which one you want me to click? Then to uniquely identify where we want to click, that particular thing is called locator. Okay, so locator is nothing but a uniquely identified text that we have to give, which will uniquely identify something that we want to click or the element that we want to interact. Because you know how many buttons are there? R to cut. How many are there? 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out of these 4, which one we want to click is what Selenium IDE will ask. Okay, so that is the reason why we need to have two things always. To perform an action, we need to have two things. One is command, one is the locator. Okay, so the lot of commands that we can happen. As I said, you can see that the lot of commands. We can click, we can type. Example, there is something called send keys also there. So whatever the actions that you can perform on the web, that actions are nothing but Selenium had given some kind of methods for that. So that methods we can use it. However, that methods need some inputs. That input, the first input is just mandatory for all the actions is nothing but locator. Means exactly where I want to click. So that is where this locator, this target is nothing but it is like a locator. Means where you want to click. Okay, so for that, so it had given some script while recording, because you people are not aware of how to write the locators for now. We can just leave what it is there. But this is a locator that Chrome had given us, saying that, hello boss, your add to cart button that you are talking about, the clicking is nothing but this. So that is a uniquely identifying locator. You don't need to worry about details of that, but that particular script or text is what is uniquely, this is nothing but this button. Okay, and how do you verify that? Okay, so there are two ways. We click on this and we click on element, then what happens? Okay, so oh no, where is this? Okay, click 1 second. Let me go back to Selenium IDE. Okay, there are two things. See this. What you can do? There is a button here. We can reverse engineer, means we can give a locator and say that in the UI, tell me where is that locator. So this is the button. So if you click on that, see that it is highlighting. Can you see that?
Yeah.
See that? So that is where this script is linked to this element. Okay. So now what we are doing, we are performing an action. So ideally, what you have to understand, we are opening a website and we're clicking on add to cart button. These two actions are performed by these two lines. Okay. So what I will do is, I will put a breakpoint here, just for me to stop it here. Okay. So shall I run it? So this is not required. I will remove this because I did not explain you. And even this is also not required. I'm removing. Okay. So what is there? two methods or two actions that we are performing. One is open and click. Open is okay, but open needs only one argument, which is nothing but your absolute URL, if it is, or relative URL. Because we don't have anything, we are just leaving us blank. The second click is a method which performs the clicks, but it needs a locator way to click. That is given by this. Okay. So now see, I will run. If I run the current test, see what happens. It will open and it will just click on that add to cart. Did it in the behind the screens? Did it complete? See this?
Yeah.
So we are on that page. Okay. So these two lines of code had performed that action. Okay. Now this is the third. This I think I don't need to tell you. You guys can tell. So what I have to do now here?
Select the value.
320 GB.
I click on this. So I need to click, which is number one, very good input. Number two, I need to click on this radio button. So ideally, I need, without even seeing Selenium IDE, you might guess that what might have recorded. It had recorded a click action, and it had recorded the locator of that particular radio box, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened. So now we can see that. See this. Again, click. You are right. This click is an action, and there is one locator, which is nothing but this locator is nothing but a representative of this radio button. See this. I'm clicking on this. It is highlighting this. So this particular line, now you can, without doing anything, you can definitely say that it will click on that particular second radio button. Okay. Okay. So now, if you want to say that no, I think my test case is wrong, I need to click on first radio button instead of second. Then what you can do is you have to record that particular locator. So to record that particular locator, so what you can do is because it's in recording mode. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what you can do is ideally you can change that particular locator. What you can do, if this UI permits, let us see. Select a target in the page. So I need to click on this, and I will click on this, and I will select an element. See this? All these elements are there, right? See what is happening? You can click on area of this. So what I want to do, I want to select this as my target. So I will select this and go back to Selenium IDE. See what happened, Selenium IDE? Selenium IDE had changed my locator from something to something. Now, because you had changed the locator, now see whether it is, again you can re-engineer, you can reverse check. Now see that. What is happening? Is it selecting 320 or 400? 320, because we changed by this. Okay. Okay, so now if I perform that action, so execute that action, so what you can do, okay, so you want to play from here, so you can start from here. Let us see what happens. Okay, so now I am running from here. Okay, so okay, so it is paused. So what I want to do, I want to run the current test. Okay, now see. Okay, so now what happened? It had performed from that line, but now the test case got failed. You know why?
Maybe the price differs for that 350 GB and 400 GB.
Yeah, see this. Okay, because we changed the hard disk size, obviously the price will differ. So this is a very good bug. Means it is not a bug, so this is how the application should work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what? So let us now go to the next line. So now you can know that this is nothing but a locator of that particular radio button.
Now this locator is nothing but clicking on add to cart button in that page. It is nothing but this page. So this locator. So if you want, you can again find the target. So this is a button. So when it's recorded, it properly recorded. Okay. Now what is this locator? Nothing but shopping cart.
Okay.
Okay. This is really awesome. And then you can see that clicking on add to cart. This is nothing but what is this? Okay, so I think let me click on this manually and check. Find the target. So this is the target.
So, Shriram, one quick question. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So you highlighted the price and you recorded that price value as a value in the for the step, so that we can verify whether this value is same. Now it verified it, but we never captured the original value of 1,300. Yeah. So when did we capture the original value so that we can check with the actual value? If you go to IDE, once again, please. So in this IDE, when we clicked on the product ID attribute 3.6, yeah, that time we did not make a recording of what is the value that it is going to be, and that value then we can verify whether it is same in the cart. So it automatically took the value.
No.
In the previous test we did 1,400, so it automatically came to know for that particular stage. Yeah.
Yeah. So but ideally, when you're recording, that is assumed that is that is how your application is in perfect condition.
Yeah.
So we are assuming that while the time of recording, there's no bugs and everything is working fine.
Yeah.
So when we're recording, the value that I had verified, means I had recorded as a verification point. I'm assuming that whatever the value on the board is 1415 is the right value.
Okay.
That is the expected value which I'm recording. When I recorded, it's always an expected value.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, when we second time when we click on the add card, before clicking on the add card, it shows what is the total value of your options that you have selected on that machine. Yeah. So that total value, if I want to capture, and then I want to verify whether this value is the same at the end when it comes in the cart, then how do we do that? Because here we did something and we modified, so the value got changed and we got a failure.
Yes.
So I want to say that when I was selecting the product to add in the cart, before adding it in the cart, I will copy the total amount, the price for that product. And then when I click on the add cart, I see the value in this table. So I will verify this value and that value which I actually product. Because maybe it shows that 500 pounds for one particular product. And when I come into the look at my cart, I see that it is 600 pounds.
No. Yeah. So that is you can always go and edit. Okay, it's not a problem. So right now we are recording and playing, but when we're actually automating it, thing is, always remember that application will be all when we're recording. Okay, we have whenever we are recording. So normally any automation point of view, any automation code point of view, okay, think that from any automation code point of view, we always automate something which is already developed.
Yeah.
So here application is working, so we are just recording whatever is working, and we are making a future proof that tomorrow also it works the same thing. So at the time of recording, whatever recording is nothing but your expected value.
Yeah.
So then why you need to manually go and do it? Because that is already working, right?
No, I'm not doing manually. What I'm trying to say is, we can create another case.
Verification point.
Okay.
Sorry?
You're saying about verification point,
Yeah,
right?
I want to verify that what I select.
Sir, what Avinashi was saying is we have kept the verification point in the end page saying I want the total price of the product to be 1315. What he is trying to say is when I'm selecting the product, I want to check at that page, before page what we are keeping now. Like I want to select the RAM 320 GB RAM means the price I want to check, keep the verification point before going and checking in the shopping cart.
Okay, so that you
Yeah,
can't do in
this
Selenium
page.
IDE. You have to do
This
in Java
page.
only.
Yeah, he's asking in this page I have to keep my verification point and then I have to process to add to cart.
So you want to record this value, right?
Yeah, I want to record this value.
Okay, that you cannot say in Selenium IDE. You can't do it. You have to do only in Java. That is the reason why we have to go ahead. This is just a very basic introduction of automation.
Okay.
Okay.
These are the limitations of IDE time.
Yeah.
Recording. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, yeah. So now you can see that we had clicked on this box, which is nothing but this, and then we had verified. So we had kept a verification point. So this is the verification point, and in this verification point, now this verification point take two arguments, because it is just not an action, but we have to verify something. So what we are doing here, it takes two arguments. If you see the reference, that it needs an element where we need to grab the text, and second thing is we have to give the value that we are expecting out of that particular element. So this is a method. You keep that again. This is a method which takes two arguments. One is your locator, one is your expected result. That expected result is nothing but your value that you are giving here. So that is the reason why this is a method. This is argument one, which is locator, which is mandatory for almost all the cases. And this is the second argument, which is nothing but expected value. So like that, this is a method. So you have to learn, right? Today you have to learn three methods. One is open, one is click, one is verify text. And you need to understand that every method will take either one or two arguments. Two arguments will be taken for few methods. That is, one of the method is verify text, which will take two arguments, which is nothing but your locator, where you want to verify the text, means the locator of this particular space. And you need to understand that this is an expected value. Okay, so like this, now hopefully, now if I run completely, because I fixed those things, now it should work. So I can now, okay, I need to take this breakpoint out, and now I will continue the text. Okay, let me run from starting. Okay, you can see that everything is running behind the screens. If I want to run it again, okay, just save it again and again, make sure that, okay, so I'll just put it aside. Okay, you can see that execution. Okay, see this. Okay, so the thing that you have to understand is now this is a small test case manually we have done many times, but now we are not doing it. There's somebody else who is doing the same thing for us. Okay, so ideally we are giving a training to this tool how to test and leaving like that, so that now it is perfect. Manually I did, automation I did. Now it's okay. Now what I will do, I will save it and I will keep it forever. From tomorrow, if I have a release, or if somebody asks, can you completely test your application, because we have done some code modifications, I don't need to do anything manually. Go and run, and go for tea or coffee and come back. This tool will do a testing for you. So that is taking the, now once you train them how to test, forever it will work like a slave. Okay, so that is the beauty of automation. Now to see that it will work. So not only today, tomorrow my developer change the code, I will run it. Tomorrow this release, day after tomorrow this release, every time throughout my lifetime. Once I automate it, I can run anytime. However, I need to make sure that I had a frequent releases. Example is one release only, or if there's no regression, then there's no point of automating, because we had seen that we had kept a lot of effort and effort for that. Yes or no? Okay. Now what I will do, I will add one more example. I will add one more checkpoint. See that what I will do. I will put this also as a checkpoint. I just want to say that we can edit also. Verified text. Okay. Now go back to Selenium IDE and stop recording. Okay. Now what happened? There are a lot of small things recorded. You can delete everything which is irrelevant. Any click. So ideally everything I deleted. Now I got very new verification point. That verification point is nothing but you can see that the method name is exactly same, but only thing is it changed the locator and it changed the value. Now if I want to run from here, okay, so this is a small UI technique, so you can run it from same point. So you can see that whenever it's a green, then that is a test. You can see in the log that verifying something is there, completed successfully, means that test is completed. So what I will do now, I will save it. Okay, so that it is saving properly. So you can put any number of checkpoint. Example, I want to check the title is correct. So I need to put a cursor here, go to recording, put anywhere, go to Selenium IDE and verify title. So you just need to learn two things for today. You just need to verify title. Okay, so there's few other things which getting recorded. You just ignore that, because right now the Selenium IDE for Chrome is still in very early stages. So there are few things which we don't want, but they're getting recorded. You don't need to worry about them. But you can see that we can add one more verification point. So now see that this method verify title, always read the reference. What it is saying, see this, read it carefully. What it is saying. Okay, so this is how the verify method works, and it takes how many arguments? One or two?
One argument.
One argument. So that is the reason why you can see that in previously the value is here. Now the value is here. That's the reason why don't go with target and value. Always think that this is a command or a method, and it got one or two arguments. In this case, for verify title, we are performing an action at the browser level, not at the element level. So we don't need an element. We need an element. We don't need an element here, because we are not clicking on a button, or we are not. It is not like in this complete area we are not doing anything. We are actually doing at the browser level. So at the browser title, do we say that? Do we need to have a locator for the title? No, we don't need to have a locator for title, because the browser title is only browser will have only one title. That is the title that I'm asserting here.
Sriram, can you just delete that number 9 and record it, because for some glitch in my machine I could not see that part.
You can practice later, Avinash. Right now, if you practice parallelly, then you will stuck. So it is just
okay. But how did you capture the title? I did not see that part.
Okay, you put anything. Put right click on any part. So first of all, you have to make sure that you are in recording mode.
Okay.
Recording mode. Now right click.
Yeah.
Selenium IDE verify title.
Okay. So on the browser also we can do that.
Yes.
That browser title. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Stop it. Okay. So now the title. So now if you want to verify from starting, yes, run the current test from starting. Okay, it will again make sure that it is running from starting. Okay. So now you can see that everything is working. Okay. So, but however, can you see this? The total is getting increased, right?
and every time the quantity have been increased.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to make sure that we always delete it before we do anything. Okay, so that's the reason why that is we can't do anything, but it is a common sense that whenever we actually do any test, we need to make the application to the base state. Otherwise, we will get a lot of problems. Right now, we are not getting problem because we are testing only unit cost, but if you're testing the total price, it will fail. So I would say manually. Right now, you don't need to do. See, you can't do all those things like pre-cleaning of the data, making sure the application is in base state. So you can't perform those complex actions here. You need to go to Java for that. But it is like a linear. It is like a record and playback, top to down. That's it. You don't have that much of brain. Okay. So, I mean, so that's the reason why WebDriver is always my favorite. I never use Selenium IDE in my real time because there's nothing. This is very basic. Okay, but it is a good thing to start over. That's it for you. But maybe after a few days, you will also no need to come back. But only thing that you need to very much keep in mind is these locators is very, 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 very important. Okay, right now I will not teach you how to write the locators, which is because it will make you complicated. But maybe I will teach you by taking one more complex test case. And I would expect that you people also take some test cases and you do some test cases and as a homework and come back. Okay. Right. So what I will do, I will tell me any test case which I will automate for you. Because when it is a little bit complicated, there's a lot of things that we have to consider. It is not like just blind record and playback. It, as I said, you don't have brain. So you need to do a lot of customizations, delete unwanted code, and we need to do work carefully. So there's a bit of effort required. So that's the reason why don't just blindly think that, okay, what is there? It is record and playback. Don't think like that. It is not just record and playback. It takes some complexity.
So, Sriram, does it allow, like, suppose we are added two products in our shopping cart, we got two products, and does it allow us to add the price of the two and the total is verify whether it is correct? That can we do on this? Or not even that?
So what you want to do here? Tell me.
I'm just another like to just to find, like if I say quantity is 2, then the total amount should be double of the price. So
No, you can't do that operations
that
because
also you can't do it. Okay.
that's a mathematical operation, right?
So there is a very this limited. Okay.
Yeah.
Or can we verify that the total that you have highlighted now and the total that has come below is same?
No, you have to hard code it. You can't read it unless there is something which I will try. Give me 1 minute. There is something called store value, which I normally don't use it because, as I said, I don't really care about this. But for your purpose, I am doing it. Okay, so we got that locator. Okay, so product subtotal. Okay, store text. So let me stop this. Okay, so get the text of element and store it in user letter. This works for an element that contains text. Okay, name of the variable. Okay, so this example we put as without the brackets. Okay, so what name of the variable without brackets? So I'll say that total value. Okay. So what I can do is I'm just, because you asked it, I don't want to make it very complicated.
No, just what are the features that I wanted to?
Okay, so what we can do is again. So select target. So we can select this.
Yeah, now this target. Yeah.
Okay, so we got something. Okay, and we can put the value as total. Okay, let's see. Okay, but I still doubt whether variable name, the name of the variable without brackets, used to either store expression result in reference. Normally we need to put something. Let's see. Okay, so let us run. So I will explain about that. Let us see if that works. Okay. See, total value. So I
Oh,
think,
it's taking as a value as a string.
yeah,
Total value is taking as a string.
yeah. I think we need to put some dollar.
Okay, that means it doesn't have that feature anyway.
Yeah, but it should be a little bit. Okay, let us do one thing. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, it's working.
Yes. So dollar brackets
Yeah.
and this total
Yeah.
value.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
So,
first one we should not give it, but second one we have to give it.
yeah. That means we can do this for the same. The previous one I asked that also we can use this technique.
Yeah, we can
But
use
this
it.
is
This
advanced.
source text. This is a method we have to use.
Yeah.
It
This
will,
is just little advanced than what we need from this tool actually. Yeah.
yeah, a little bit. I mean, a bit of but you know, yeah, it is bit, but it's not very much. It doesn't give the full capability like Java. So people normally say that's what I want you to move to Java. These are the things are there, but it's okay. I mean, but because no company will just rely on this, they will definitely go for Java code. Okay. Okay. So I'll run it again. Okay. So do you want me to do anything else, guys? Tell me any other test case. I will do it for you. And I don't want to make it very complicated. And because there are a lot of other people haven't turned up, so I will not take much of your time. I will I will give you some homework, and next time when we meet face to face, then I will go in detail. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, guys, I mean Lakshmi and Pratima, tell me if you want me to automate any other test case.
No, sir, this is fine. We will practice with other thing.
Okay.
Same steps we have to follow, right, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, but make sure that you don't complicate your things. Okay. Don't try registration, login, and all right now. Just think something like search for something and click on this, and you verify that you are getting some kind of message. Okay.
Okay.
Something like this, and then example you enter a newsletter and something. So just try the basic ones. Okay. You should get a like this kind of message. So try something in the home page. Very basic tests. Click on vote and you get some message. Okay, like this. If you want, I can do it for you. This one I will do it for you. Okay. So why it's executing it? Stop it. Pause exception. Stop. Okay. So for you, I'll do one more thing. Okay. Shall I?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll just say okay because it will help you. Second opinion kind of thing. Okay. Verify vote. Okay, just make sure that you write good language here. So you go here again, record it. It will go to the base page. So make sure that you're not clicking anywhere. I'm clicking it unnecessarily because to scroll, you don't need to do that. So then example, you click on anything and then click on vote, and then you should get a message like this. That's your test. The message went away. Very bad. Okay, so let me. That is not a good one, because if message is going, it will be hard. Okay, so don't try those kind of things. Example, I try something like invalid search and click on search. You get some message. This message should be always there. So you select this, click on Selenium IDE, verify text. That's it. Go to Selenium IDE and you stop recording. Okay. So okay, so now I will delete all this unnecessary data. Delete, because I know this all commands which is got recorded because of that thingy. Okay, this is all these things. Okay, so
Yeah, that's correct.
okay, so this is the one. Click on search button, then click on no results, and we will get it. So that's it, recorded. Okay. Now what I will do is I will save it. Make sure that you save it properly. The suit. Okay, and then they both got added. Now I will. This untitled, we don't need it. Okay, now we got second one. So we got two runner here. Execute all test or execute single test. Okay, so you can run a single test. Now the second test is running. See, okay, that's it. It got passed. Okay, so now if you want to run the entire suite, then it will run two test cases. Okay, all tests are passed. Make sense?
Good.
Okay, guys. Anything else?
So this is our regression pack of today's class.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't want to go into the next thing is I can explain you how you manually you can write it. The next target for you is without doing any recording. I will tell you like search valid search for an example. Okay, I do this. So now I don't want you to record. I just want you to do something like this. Okay, open target. Second one is you should know. Now it's click, right? So click. Okay, and now so look at us right now. We haven't said, but what I want you to do is you can. Oh. Okay, so let me. Okay, so this is an option for you to take your own locators. So what you can do, as I said, you can do this. Click on this button. Now go back. Something got created. Now click on this button. Oh, no, in fact, you should not click. So this is what you have to do. So there's a method called send keys. So you need to get that methods in your mind, and you need to perform the action. So the first argument is locator. Second one is this. For example, I put computer. So you have to manually add the steps. Okay, send keys, and then again here click, and then select where you want to click. This one. This is over, but however this locator is wrong. So I need to select this one. Come back. This is all good now. Click on this button. Now here, see I am not doing any recording. Keep that in mind. Okay, so verify text. So where I need to verify the text. So now manually you don't do anything. Just click on that. So you got a computer. So you need to verify that you're getting this price. So again, go to Selenium IDE, verify text, select the target. So target is this, and then go back. You got the target, and what is the value that you want to manually add the value? $1,200, right? Something like this. Yes. Okay. That's it. Now save. That's it. So the project. Save. Okay. Replace it. Now this is what I want you guys to get on. Now if you run it because you haven't recorded anything. Okay. Without recording anything, you have to make it work. See, this is the problem. So what is the problem here? The comma, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So see, even when you're doing manually, you are like literally writing some commands. Dot. There's a computer, guys. For our eyes, everything is same, but for them, they should be accurate. Okay. Okay. That's it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Okay, guys. That's it. Now you can see that I have manually added one test and I recorded 2 tests. The whole suit, if I run it, it should work. Okay, so this kind of practice, you record it. First of all, learn to record. If you're very perfect in recording, then manually also you should be able to write your own commands. But locators, as I said again, if you whenever you got a locator, you can use these commands to select a target from locator and you can do it. Okay, and the good thing is I'm recording this session, so you have a video recording. Whenever you stuck, then you can go back and check how I'm doing. Okay. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, I'm done. If you got any questions, otherwise we will sign off.
No questions for me, sir.
Okay, so I will send this IDE file. So ideally, how it works is I will create a folder for you. We'll just stop recording. Give me 1 minute.